Well, I had a feeling that we would be getting the Draconic Warrior weapon here today, just like we got the Draconic Ninja weapon yesterday. And here it is. Obsidian Fire Vein is a 1-power Draconic Warrior weapon. It's a dagger, it's one-handed, and it says once per turn action, pay 1 to attack. And if you've played a Draconic card this Chain Link, this attack gets +1 and go again. So it is guaranteed go again, +1 as well. So assuming that we have 2 daggers here, in order to give them each go again, you would have to, on each chain link, play a Draconic card. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can go about doing this, but first and foremost, understand that the value here is that if you can play a Draconic card on the chain link that we are attacking with, then you're getting a weapon that is better, strictly better, period, end of story, than Centauri Saber, which is a 1/4/2, no guaranteed go again. This would be a 1/2 with guaranteed go again if you play a Draconic card, but it's asking you to do an extra step. In a way, it's kind of like how Kasai, or really any two-handed warrior weapon like player, would use Blade Runner, wherein you're playing Blade Runner as a secondary card. Now, what card will you be playing and how will you be making it Draconic, or will it be Draconic by itself? That is the conversation that we are having, because in order to give this that go again, which is incredibly important, and of course the +1 as well, we cannot just use the effect of like a Draconic card, but we can also employ fealty tokens, and this is where I think Fang is really asking us to lean into. He does seem like the hero that is encouraging us to lean into creating fealty tokens, whereas I think it's more of just a benefit for Syndra. This is Fang's sort of game plan, because it says when you've hit a marked hero, you create a fealty token, and if you control 3 or more of those fealty tokens, dagger attacks cost you 1 less to activate. So in doing so, this Obsidian Fire Vein is literally going to be free. It is a 0/2 go again if you can play a Draconic card on the chain link. So basically a Draconic attack reaction. And we can make attack reactions Draconic by popping fealty at instant speed. This is a cool play on how just the entire warrior class operates, making you play at instant speed, kind of like a wizard, but making your opponent think, well, are they going to pop off with this? Are they going to pop off with that? What is the range that I have to expect or play around? Will they continue the turn? And then as a warrior player, you get the opportunity to sort of do these value calculations from turn to turn and say, is this the turn where I want to extend, and how am I going to use my resources? Because the fealty tokens are almost like a little engine that you're building with Fang. You're trying to create multiples of them. If you can get 3 or more fealty tokens, then you can have free daggers just in perpetuity if you're maintaining them. But you have to do things to maintain them. You have to play a Draconic card on the turn to keep your fealty tokens around, or you have to create another fealty token. So you're sort of in this like juggling act, if you will, trying to maintain these fealty tokens, get benefits from Fang's effect and from this new weapon, by playing a Draconic attack reactions or Draconic instants, or basically just Draconic cards on the chain link. That's going to be the interesting part. Making a lot of attack reactions, which we don't see any of them, like none too heavily except Jagged Edge right now and Provoke. None of them have really been spoiled, so I would expect the warriors are going to be getting a lot of attack reactions, and the fealty tokens are going to be allowing them to become Draconic. I would like to see a lot of generic warrior attack reactions, not specifically Draconic attack reactions, but I think Fang is going to need Draconic attack reactions, unless they're just building him to be sort of like this ball rolling down the hill type hero, where once he hits the first time, he creates a fealty token, and then he can leverage that into creating multiple fealty tokens by playing more attack reactions. But it's a cool way to kind of prop up the Draconic class itself and remind you, or I should say Draconic talent itself, and remind you that these heroes are meant to be played aggressively. His goal is to be spiraling this, fealty token generation and Draconic generation and extra value off of the weapon over and over again, and not necessarily to be like, okay, well, I'm going to block, and then I'm going to block some more, and I'm going to poke you with this weapon. You probably can still play him that way, but because he's Draconic, he does seem to be encouraged via this weapon to be attacking and to be attack reacting and to be making those attack reactions Draconic via something like Fealty. And there's a lot of attack reactions that he can take advantage of. I mean, if we just go here and type, or just like pull up attack reactions, not set, we just go class. I know this isn't going to look the best, but if we go here and we go type attack reaction, warrior attack reactions, excluding the ones he obviously can't play, you've got like Blade Flurry, which you have great access to. Technically, you could play Blade Runner, which is kind of weird because you don't really need to make it Draconic since it already gives go again, but it might just be the play. In the Swing is fantastic on the second dagger. Iron Song Response, of course, you can play that as well. But you've got all these other ones like Out for Blood, which is great because it's going to give +3. If they block it, it gives +1 to your next dagger, which is fantastic. I mean, all of these classic attack reactions that you know, love, and love to hate are playable and can become Draconic if you have Fealty tokens. And again, they can spiral. I expect this number of attack reactions to grow, and specifically in this set, I think this is perhaps where the warriors are going to shine, is getting attack reactions to activate Obsidian Fire Vein, to run them out there, to have constant extra value from the weapon that you're just not expecting. It's cool. It's like Draconic is aggressive in nature. All the Draconic heroes are trying to push the board states and push the attacks across the board. And the warrior does it in a very specific and very unique way compared to Syndra. So that's the weapon. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. How do you feel about Fang versus Syndra? And do you think Fang or Syndra are going to be more successful based on what we know now? Are you excited for the overall spoiler season? I'm looking forward to it. And again, if you want to be in the spoiler video that I'm putting together, if we can get enough people to hit the button down below and submit a short recording of why they love Flesh and Blood and what loyalty to this game means to them, well, then we're going to put that into the video. So if you want to be a part of it, then feel free to hop down to the link in the description. Also, make the number go slightly higher if you enjoy this type of content. If you like what we talk about and do here about Flesh and Blood, then of course, make the number go to another number. As always, everybody, thanks for watching.